Frank, so I'm not a Philly guy. My wife's a Philly girl, but I'm not a Philly guy. Give me the history on the Philly cheesesteak.
Well, I can tell you're not a Philly guy from just the way you're talking. The history of the Philly cheesesteak is it started back in 1930. My great-uncle Pat, my grandfather's older brother, was selling hot dogs at an open-air hot dog stand at the world-famous Italian market. So he had made enough money that day to buy himself some ingredients to make his favorite sandwich, was a steak sandwich. So he cooked up the meat on a grill, and a cab driver who ate hot dogs every day saw the sandwich and said, wow, it looks really good, Pat. Make me one. He said, listen, I don't have enough money for myself, but here, take half the sandwich. Breaks the sandwich in half, takes a bite of the sandwich, and the cabbie said, Pat, forget about hot dogs. This is the sandwich you need to start making.
So a proper Philly cheesesteak looks like what?
A proper Philly cheesesteak looks like, well, it comes on a kind of a baguette-looking, a wider baguette-looking roll that's kind of soft and chewy, but a little crusty on the outside. It has thinly sliced ribeye meat, not the chopped stuff that you find everywhere else in airports around the world. Diced onions, and has American cheese, provolone cheese, or Cheese Whiz.
Which do you recommend, and which did your great uncle use?
Well, the first sandwich was a steak sandwich with onions, and then one of our employees, Joe Lorenzo, had put some provolone cheese on it for himself because he got tired of eating steak sandwiches with onions himself.
Okay.
So the first sandwich was with sharp Italian provolone.
How do we get to Cheese Whiz?
The Cheese Whiz came because my dad found a faster way to make the sandwich, and the Cheese Whiz he found in like 1956, 1957, when its inception was. And he kept it on the side of the grill, and he would put the cheese on the sandwich for certain friends, and they were like, oh my God, this is great. And that's how it started to come. It was a faster application of cheese.
So which do you eat?
My preferred sandwich is an inside out, so you take the dough out of the bread, cheesesteak with Cheese Whiz and raw onions with a little bit of meat.
All right. So I walk in, well, let's go back one. You're not the only guy in the cheesesteak business.
I'm not.
The word is that you're not. Word is that across the street you have a competitor. There's a cheesesteak industry here in Philadelphia. Well, that's the
word.
When
did that guy open?
I don't know. That's the word.
Oh my!
Yeah. So
there's a rivalry between my competitor Gino across the street. His dad and my dad grew up as friends, and so he opened his place in 1967. Like I said, we were 1930. And the competition has been the healthiest thing for both of our business all through the years, because some people like vanilla, some people like chocolate. So you go across your street, you try his sandwich, you come back, and you always eat mine again.
So how's his different?
His is different because he uses steer meat. I use cow. He cooks his meat in water. I use soybean oil.
All right.
He puts his Cheese Whiz on the bread. I put mine on the top of the sandwich. So every time that spatula comes back off, a little bit of goodness falls back into that pot of gold.
Okay. There is etiquette when it comes to ordering a cheesesteak.
Yes, there is.
Explain that.
Well, firstly, you want to have your money ready.
Right.
You want to have an idea of what you want. So if you want our standard cheese is Cheese Whiz. So if you come up to my window, you say, give me a Cheese Wit, W-I-T. That's a Cheese Whiz with onions. Or if you want a cheese without, it's cheese without. Provy without, mushroom Provy wit, however you want it. But the lingo, you have to put, what you want on the sandwich in a specific order.
The expert recommends.
I recommend if you're first time in Philadelphia, I recommend a Cheese Whiz with fried onions.
Very good.
Salt and pepper. That's it. No ketchup, no hot sauce, no peppers. Just taste the goodness.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.